Hey everybody, welcome back to another day of my playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West. Thank you so much for watching these. Let's get right into it. There's no need to waste any time. If you don't subscribe to my channel, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. But
Pizza?
the important thing is that
Apparently
we
it
enjoyed
tastes
this.
worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Oh,
Maybe you can
Varl.
find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread with cheese and some sauce.
Oh, you are right,
I like
sir.
it already.
You are right, sir. All right, let's make sure there's nothing in here. I think we already looted that. Let's talk to Alva.
Aloy,
Right to work, I see.
there's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing. And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor.
All
Genetically
right,
speaking.
settle down.
Of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great.
Admittedly.
And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
you're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
True.
Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Man, we could have a lot of stuff to talk about here. Okay, we do. All right.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
We grew up
Well
very
said.
differently. But sometimes different is good.
Yes, of course.
I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
That's interesting, actually. I thought the big thing that she was wearing was her focus, but she still has that. That must be... okay. Thought that was her, like, old school focus.
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
Man, we have a lot to talk about,
If
don't we?
you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons,
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotalo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
what kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough.
Oh, that's good.
I see you've been using
That's
your new
good.
focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A
Lots.
diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
Hopefully. Oh my goodness.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Really is.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector.
Okay.
Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined.
Yeah, sounds
Yet
right.
another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
Interesting. Interesting.
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark.
Wait.
The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
True. True. All right. Almost done with the side conversations. Then we'll do the quest. Then we're gonna actually go do something.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy. And many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire. Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
Makes sense.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CEO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact.
Gotta be CEO,
As such,
right?
he sponsored many Diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the Diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes.
Yikes.
We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
All right.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease.
Jeez.
And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Same. He was terrifying. Oh man, there's even more. It keeps adding more.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Sounds correct for sure.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Makes sense. That's what limited data does.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really.
Wow.
When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
That's our goal. You know, that's always been the goal. All right, let's see.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago.
Wait.
A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No, Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
All right.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you
Okay.
come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Correct.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
All right. That's enough
I should go.
conversation.
Of course. Before you do, is everything all right? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
Love it. All right, new side quest. What is my main quest? I gotta talk to Gaia. For some reason, I can't find the direction that Gaia is. Right, have we talked to... I think we've talked to everybody. All right, we're gonna go talk to Gaia. I like sliding upstairs in this game. All right, Gaia, what's up?
Hello again, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia, how are you?
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta. I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships,
Same.
despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel. I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Oh, let's see.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships.
Indeed.
Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
That's very nice.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I just want to get onto the quest. I know we should keep talking about stuff, but
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I just want to do it. I want to see what
Get everyone
happens.
together.
Love it. Hopefully this isn't a DMCA issue song. Alright, how is this gonna go horribly wrong is my question. That's what I'm worried about.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off.
Please don't let any of them get hurt. They're my friends.
Gaia, let's cage the beast.
They're my friends.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Imperative escape containment.
Ah, don't do it.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency. 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come! We're spotted. Stay back!
Aloy, help!
Get back! Over here, you!
That was gonna hurt.
Aloy! Get a hand over here!
It's really angry.
I must have bigger machines than you! Draw it away from Beta!
Oh, I gotta get out of that.
Stay back!
Oh.
Wait.
Get back!
Ow.
Over here, you!
Dodged into it.
Aloy! Need a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta!
Hold on.
Stay back!
Okay. Gotta craft a bunch of arrows. Please? go ahead and heal up here.
Over here, you! Aloy, need a hand over here.
You need a hand? Oh! How did you get...
Okay, Aloy?
I feel like I can't run very fast. What's going on here?
Here's ammo. Throw it away from Beta.
Aloy? Help!
Oh, that's enough. Okay.
Stay back.
Knockdown. Wait, that's not a knockdown.
Get back.
Gosh. Okay. Please let me get back up.
Over here, you! You're
really angry.
Again! I've got this! That was quite a blast! Aloy, get a hand over here!
What am I not hitting?
Throw it away from Beta!
That's all of
Jeez.
them for now.
Stupid stuff. I need health. And I just could not get away from these machines in here. I kept like that little stuff like that. I kept getting stuck on that over and over. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer, but it's okay. We're good. We're good now. Should probably start using more. Probably start using more elemental arrows and stuff like that. Oh, I had this dude's cannon that I knocked off right away. That would have helped. Oh! Realized that there was a let's jump off the map point randomly in the middle here.
Stuff for the stash.
That was terrifying. That was a little bit terrifying. Oh, thank you, medicinal berries. Okay. Alright. Where am I supposed to go? Up there? Oh, alright. Well, good luck to you guys. I guess I'm running through. I guess I am running through here.
Okay, I'm gonna chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Grab some valuables. I don't need that. Those medicinal berries.
You don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
Oh, didn't expect the momentum to just basically almost pull me.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
Did I know about those? That was weird. Okay. Thought that might work. Thought that might work.
It's some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right?
All right. Well.
What kind of machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Right. Due to the timing that I have, since this looks like this is probably going to be a big fight, I'm a little shorter on time recording this one today than I normally am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this there, and then we're going to pick up this fight right away in the next video. So this one will be a little bit shorter than normal. Not too much, but a little bit shorter. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time for more of my playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West, and don't forget to subscribe.